Okay. All right. This is. I did just ask my baby boy Gavin to try to cut out the noise, but then I was like, you know what? These people watching the video, they're just gonna deal with Gavo. You know, he's a little celebrity back where we're from, so he'll be a celebrity in the Gamecocks world these days, coming up soon as well. Guys, play number 2 on drive number 2 perplexes me because it works out big. We get a big pass play on this one. But look at our personnel. Okay? Look at our personnel. We've got Stogner out wide right. We've got Bell out wide left. And that Bell being out wide left certainly makes sense. Of course, Bell can do any damn thing we want him to, guys. Okay? Stogner being out wide right, a little weird. But once again, I just said Stogner, you know, he's got a little... He's got a little versatility to him, guys, okay? And they're taking advantage of that. I don't mind that. It's just, you know, okay. All right. This is what perplexes me. We have, obviously, Spencer here. But we have 3 players in the backfield, and none of them are running backs. Okay? What we end up having here is Josh Van here. Okay? Wells here, and Amari and Brown here. Okay. Van's going to motion out and take the slot position over here. Okay. And this is all, there's no audible. This is all, you know, this is all planned motions and stuff. Okay. Wells is going to motion out, and he's going to take the slot over here. Okay. Brown's going to stay there. Play starts. Boom. Everybody scatters, you know, going this way, kind of this way. I'm going to focus on this side of the field because that's where the play ends up going. We get that big pass to Jaheim out here. He ended up in a one-on-one situation out here with a cornerback, and that was that big pass early in the game where he almost broke it. He almost wrestled that guy off. I thought he was about to just shove that guy off, keep his feet, and get a touchdown out of that. Didn't quite happen. We get no points on the drive, of course, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure we'll get into that in a second. My question here is, once again, just like the last play, are we trying to force Amari and Brown into the plays? Why not have Lloyd here? There's no threat of a run here at all. You have 3 wide receivers. I mean, yeah, it could be some weird jet sweep thing or God, I don't know. But even then, if you do it a jet sweep, then it would be Bell would have been coming across for a jet sweep. You know, Brown. I mean, could Brown take a handoff? You know, sure. I mean, look, you got athletes, Van, Wells. Sure, they could take handoffs. Okay, we have no running back in the backfield here. That's a little weird to me. And once again, it's like we're trying to force Amari and Brown here. Remember when I said the play started? Okay, so we got Wells had moved over here, and Van had moved over here. Okay, so that's a 4 wide set. Okay, now did the initial set maybe help us and throw Georgia off? And maybe that's Marcus Satterfield's thinking there was, hey, you know, this set, you know, if we start these guys in the backfield, but you could have had Lloyd here. You could have done this just to have some motion in there. I'm fine with the motion. It's a little weird that we just end up in a regular spread set and 4 wide. Okay, a balanced spread. Okay. But why isn't this Lloyd or Juju? Why are we forcing Brown here? When this play started and all this starts going on, Brown's coming out over here into the flats. Okay. If the play didn't go to Jaheim, the underneath pass would have been open. Now, once again, I get it. Hey, Brown's fast. He's got I don't know, what is this 40 time? That's what we keep talking. I could care less about 40 times, guys. Okay, how fast you can run a 40 does not necessarily translate in how fast you make plays on the field. Okay, Lloyd and Juju McDowell have been showing us explosive movements with their legs and their cuts and their ability to to break tackles, drag guys along. Lloyd and Juju should have been there. Once again, not so worried about the weirdness of the play and how that turned out with Stogner being out here and Jaheim over here. You know, I mean, Stogner being over here could have been a mismatch too on a small cornerback. You got to spread out wide. There's matchups, you know, issues that could have been over here on this side, just like there was here. You know, we talked about that being their starting cornerback, but God, matching up a cornerback having to match up with Jaheim Bell. I mean, that's just, hey, that's actually some smart stuff, guys, going on here. He lines up his tight ends on the outside. I had no problem with that, you know? And, you know, if we were looking to get Brown into the game, then maybe Brown should have been here, okay, instead of Van. Because you line up in the slot and you have your deep threats, you know, Wells here or something. These guys are going out a little deeper, and then Brown can maybe slide underneath them, catch a little dump off pass, you know, as an out pass or something, and you know, and Lloyd or Juju would have been over here. You maybe had two underneath guys potentially with these three guys going downfield somewhere or whatnot. Okay, that's fine. That would have been a spot. But then once again, if I'd have had Lloyd in the game, as I asked, Stogner and Bell, who are great, we know this. We keep talking about how we get them all in the lineup. You got Wells here, okay? This was Van. I have no problem with Van being in the lineup. But if we're subbing out one of the receivers to put Marshawn or Juju here, like probably should have been, okay? We motioned Van out over here. We motioned Wells out over here. If you wanted to get a smaller, faster person in and say this was Brown, Brown could have been, you know, one of the guys that motioned out, leaving running back here. Let's say Brown was the one that motioned to this side. You got Wells and Jaheim on this side. Once again, Brown could have been the underneath. But come back. Why is it Brown again? Where have we seen Brown's playmaking ability be so magical that if I'm going to have a guy here that's a smaller receiver, why is it not Dak Joyner? Why is this not Dakereon Joyner? Unless he's hurt, okay? Unless we're trying to really limit Dakereon Joyner, why is this not Dakereon Joyner? Dakereon has showed us much better playmaking ability than Brown. Anyway, all right.